All right, so hello everyone. We should be live right now. And yeah, this is going to be about the new moon in Virgo live stream. So we're going to look into every single star sign, 5 cards per 5 card spread. And hopefully this is going to give us how can I say, a good overview, what is going on or what it is up to us as individuals into the next couple of weeks, that is, because there are going to be a full moon live stream as well a couple of weeks from now. But before we start here, Esther, thank you so much for your support even before the stream started. Mwah. Thank you so much. You have been put into the list with the super chat contributors, super chat supporters. So at the end of the live stream, I'm going to make a personalized reading for you, how the new moon in Virgo is going to affect you personally. Now, before we start, I want to tell you guys something in terms of the performance that I may give or I may put here into the live stream. Couple of weeks ago, something happened. I started having that noise in my ears, and unfortunately nobody knows why that noise is there. I am on paper healthy, but I have noise in my ears which is very off-putting. My ears are clean, my chemical balance is immaculate, everything is okay, and yet I have that noise. So it's a bit off-putting. If I stutter a little bit, that's the reason why. So with that being said, and that Zerg here. So with that being said, this is how the live stream is going to move forward here. I'm going to do 4 readings for the first 4 star signs, and then I'm going to announce a break. On this break, guys, you get to yeah, it's Robin, it's tinnitus, exactly. And the thing it is that it's very personalized. You pretty much, there is no cure for it. I don't know. In any case, I'm gonna make 4 readings for the first 4 star signs, meaning Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. And then I'm going to announce a break, guys. And in this break, you get to ask a question if you do want a free reading with me, which happens here on the live stream public. That is the way how you get a free reading. It's going to be a professional reading, meaning that I'm going to make you a full spread instead of just drawing you only 1 card. Of course, everybody who supports me, the live stream, and everything I do through Super Chat will get their reading at the end of the live stream regardless. And of course, if you do wish a personalized reading with me or a private reading with me, going at my website, which you're going to find here into the description, will lead you to the very first page of it, where you can see a full list of my services and as well their pricing. If you are in need of an astrology reading, Pisces Moonbeam, which works for and with, not for, but with the business and with the website and with the Facebook, and it's a part of Radko Tarot, can provide you with really, really good one, a astrology read. So with that being said, maybe so, we will see. I am on a Marilyn, I'm sorry. I'm on a therapy, a 1-month therapy, which is a little bit of an experimental therapy. I am 2 days in right now, and the ringing is somewhat muffled, somewhat abated. I just don't want to, how can I say, brag about it, so it does not return afterwards. Okay, so that's my hypothesis for it. So let's talk a little bit about the new moon in Virgo, but not from the astrology perspective, because I'm not an astrologer, but from a tarot perspective. And let me draw you the cards which kind of like symbolize the moon in Virgo. Just hold on a second here to find them. I should have drew them before the live stream, but just figure out why not tell you guys about it before we jump straight away to the readings themselves. Okay. So good night, Danny. I hope you have a great one, man. Right, so the Virgo is represented in Tarot by the Hermit, and the High Priestess does represents the Moon, right? The Moon card does represent Pisces, in case you're curious. So first of all, what we have here, guys, these are a passive friends, and the second thing that we do have, it is the two cards, which does describes in a profound way and in a profound level the journey of the soul. And literally what those couple of cards does describes for the next couple of weeks, or under their energy for the next couple of weeks, it is that a quite of a substantial things are to take place in our life, and they will be there to stay. Hello, Debbie. How are you doing tonight? So these things are going to be there to stay, and as they are substantial, they are also going to be quite benign and very growthful for our life, for our endeavors, for our enterprises as well. It's very likely, as we do have the High Priestess there with the Hermit, to find the person that we are gonna end up falling in love with and having a really, really good relationship. Or maybe that is going to be the job where we are gonna have a pension into. So whatever we stumble upon into the next couple of weeks, you know, either relationship, project, job, we need to know that that is something like a status quo, or rather like as a cue, which will urge us to jump into some kind of a direction, some kind of a new direction, so to speak, which, like I said, is going to happen to be quite substantial. And it's very, very important to take for us to take our time approaching the enterprise and this new direction, so to speak, addressing it with intelligence and wisdom rather than being passionate and being very emotional about it. The emotions are going to come later on, guys. But first we need to do it very mindfully, in a sense of that there are to be some outdated aspects of life that are not gonna follow us in, so therefore some kind of a dead weight that we will need to drop before we actually jump into this new direction, new perspective. So hello Angela, welcome to the live stream, hope you enjoy it. So the way how I can classify this this new moon is going to be at the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, this, we're going to find that light that shines for us there into the darkness. We know that is going to be the most important one, not just only the most important one, but we will know that it is something true. We will know that it is something benign for us, and some of us as well are going to kind of like grapple on it like drowner for a tiny piece of land. I don't know how to say it in English, guys. It is like, it is the last thing in this world that can help us, you know, and there is nothing wrong with that. Truly is going to help us. Last thing that I want to say here for this new moon is that if people doesn't want to follow you in, all right, you decide, okay, I'm gonna go for that thing, for that relationship, for that job, for example, and people doesn't want to follow you in, you should kind of like sever that relationship, because only those which truly loves you and which truly wants your happiness and wishes your well-being are going to be there to follow you. And so with that being said, we are going to jump right now, guys, into the readings for the 12 star signs, and as per usual, the first one, that is going to be Aries. So let me shuffle and see what Aries is going to get. All right, so first one for Aries, this is going to be Aeon, followed by the second card here, which stands as the Knights of Wands. By the way, guys, this is the the Millennium Thought, and here knights are actually kings into the traditional decks. So we do have the King of Wands on the second position, followed by the third one here, which stands as the Eight of Wands. Then the fourth card, that is to be the Two of Cups, okay? And the last one we have for you, Aries, that will be Temperance. So it will be a lunar cycle where you are going to forge and form alliances and as well partnerships, maybe romantic partnerships, maybe a business partnerships, whatever the universe holds for you. But the thing is that this is going to be the partnership as the Aeon here speaks about, because the Aeon, it is the last piece of the puzzle when somebody needs that, or rather like the last piece of the puzzle that somebody needs in order to everything to fall back into normal, or if you will, everything to become manageable from now on moving forward. It is just the overview snaps together and everything becomes whole. The other way how you can explain it is when the shaft falls in the harp and just the machine becomes a well-oiled one and moves on forward. So with that being said, you Aries can expect that in the next couple of weeks, through a partnerships, things are going to take off in a big way for you, that is. Now, important thing for you to do though, it is to have some room for margin to play with your ambition, okay? Because what I mean with it is that for a big portion of the idea, I would try to say it that way. So when you David, thank you so much. Did I just met did you just met the one? All right, so stick around up until the end of the live stream. Thank you, David, so much for your $4.99 support, super chat support. Let me put your question here in the queue, and at the end of the live stream you're gonna get your reading for it. Last time we had something like this for you, didn't we? Where you were about to meet somebody, so let's hope that that is going to be the case for you. But where I was at the Aries, where, guys, imagine it that way. You meet somebody that you can do a very good business with, or that you are quite compatible in terms of relationship, but that person has a just slightly different idea and different ambitions, so to speak, and thus you need to have that room for a margin to play out so you can adjust your both of the ambitions together. Because otherwise what may happen is that game where you pull a rope. You know how it's called? The jack of something was called, I believe. So you both may start pulling in a different directions, and therefore the tethering between you two may break. Therefore, a little bit more of an understanding is going to be a huge virtue, which, by the way, it is the energies that support you here of the Temperance, and it kind of speaks that even though you may not be agreed with everything with this person of partnership for you, even though you may be skeptical about certain stuff, you will respect their opinion, their goal, their vision, so to speak, and you will have the tendency to give it a try, to give it a go. They will have a tendency as well to give it a go with your thing, and thus solidarity and compassion is going to be in place for you both, guys. And I think that beautiful partnership is about to take off for you. Romantic partnership or a business partnership, with whichever the case, it's going to be one of the best partnerships you have encountered recently. You have to be, though, very playful to, how can I say, to grasp upon it or to meet it, so to speak, as we do have the Eight of Wands here into the third position of the spread. It means that you need to step out into the world and allow yourself to be exposed for options available. Okay, so that's literally how things works out for you, Aries. And should you fall in love, guys, that is going to be very balanced and equal love, and it's something that you're gonna learn how to do. Same thing goes for a relationship as well. And so we are moving to the next one, to the next star sign, which is going to be Taurus. Just give me a second. The tug of war. Yeah. Thank you, Club's head. Thank you so much. Yeah, that is what I meant. The tug of war. Your memory. You need more memory for your PC, Sandy. That is the thing with PCs. RAM memory never. It's simply never enough. It's not enough. Right, so going for Taurus, the first card for Taurus that we do have, guys, for you, that is going to be the Four of Cups, followed by the second card here of the Four of Wands. Third card for Taurus, that is going to be the Prince of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups in the traditional deck. The fourth card for Taurus, that will be the Nine of Wands. And the last card for Taurus, we do have the Hermit. Do these apply for rising as well? What do you mean, Nata? Like, for rising? Oh yeah, they do. In a slightly different way, but they do apply for rising signs and for moon signs as well. Now, the thing is that when you well, astrologers gave me a little bit of a mixed, how can I say, a mixed feedback when I asked them. Something that the sun sign represents how you are going to tackle with stuff. Other things that is the rising sign, while the sun sign shows you what you're going to go through. However, hello, Sam. I'm very glad to hear that. Well, you are more than welcome to enjoy it here on the live stream. But every astrologer is unanimous about the moon sign, and that expresses how you're gonna feel. So if you are, for example, a moon, how can I say, a moon Aries, that means that you're gonna feel into this new moon, into Virgo, the next couple of weeks. You're gonna feel toward people very sympathetic, very how can I say, very engaging as well, being able to create partnerships and so on and so forth. So it's not a bad thing to listen to your moon, rising, and sun sign. So for Taurus, those 5 cards, guys. So first things first, you Taurus are gonna have that challenge to manage your time, not just only your time, but as well to manage how you deal with stuff, in a sense, with little effort to do more work or to accomplish more work. And therefore you are going to learn in your current environment, that is, how to work smart rather than to work very, very hard. Another thing that is going to happen here is that you're going to learn how to allow more people to become part of your life. That doesn't mean that you're going to let a lot of people in your life, but you will allow some people to be at least satellites to your life. And if you are single, it's likely that you're going to start flirting with somebody. It's also likely that you're going to start dating with somebody, but for a how can I say, for a big commitment, at least not in the next couple of weeks, at least according to my cards here. But the thing is that as you do start, by the way, the new moon starts at 8, so we do have good couple of days before that energy hits us. But as soon as this energy hits you, Taurus, you're going to start feeling that you do need something new, okay? And with that feeling, what is going to come, it is the realization that you do get to decide what new and where you are going to find that new thing. So everything, it is within your hands. But that being said, it will be best if you do stop not just only thinking, but as well following what everybody tells you around, and instead you should listen to the dreams of your heart, which is described here by the Knight of Cups sitting into the third position, the position of the intentions and the best possible course of action. So what is that the Knight of Cups does, guys, in the traditional deck? Well, the Knight of Cups holds the cup, which represents the dreams of the knight's heart in front of him, and follows it on the horse. Therefore, that is exactly what you got to do into the next couple of weeks. You want to go travel? Well, go travel. You want to meet with friends? Well, go and meet with friends. Stop care about, what the code of conduct does dictate in your life, all right? You want to be carefree? Well, be carefree. It is just, these couple of weeks, you are to learn how to, how can I say, manage that, and to put it into your schedule, to put it into your routine, to put it into your life in general. And the energies which are going to support you throughout the next couple of weeks are energies which are to direct you toward the substantial, all right? The substantial job, for example, the substantial person, the substantial enterprise, or maybe the substantial client as well. However, how you're going to recognize the substantial, it is that this thing, it is only you that see the value in it. Okay, you find it through withdrawing yourself from the ideas of the world and the ideas of others, and that is the moment where you do see what that substantial thing is. The energies, like I said, are gonna help you scope it and as well seize it. Now, the only, how can I say, negative thing that we can see here, it is that there is a danger for you guys to shut doors pretty quickly, pretty prematurely, to cut certain options available way too quickly. But these are not going to be options available that are going to play a significant role for you moving forward in your life. And the other thing negative that we do have here with these cards is that you may overlook certain important details, for example, into your career and, for example, into your relationship. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, so moving next, we do have Gemini. Thank you for valuing my work. I can't say that I am the best. That is something that the gamers has as a parable. No matter how good you are into something, there is always somebody in this world that it is better than you. So me personally, I don't consider myself for the best, but thank you so much for you considering me that way. Well, if that is something you miss, Esther, yeah, well, with the Taurus, look, guys, I can talk about 50 minutes for the Taurus reading, but with Taurus, it is when you do feel that while you are having a good rewards, these rewards no longer kind of like fulfill you. No matter how much money you make, you no longer care about how much salary you're gonna get at the end of the month. And that is the cue where you have to do something different while you keep up with what you are already doing right now. And that is something that you, Taurus, are gonna learn into the next couple of weeks, how to add on the plate rather than to change on the plate. Hello, Helen. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you find it helpful as well. Right, so Cancer, not Cancer, Gemini, I'm sorry. So we do have Gemini. The first one for Gemini is going to be the Hermit, and that will be a big one for Gemini, followed by the second one here, which is going to be the Sun. Moving next, what we have, that is going to be the Ace of Wands. Followed by the fourth one here, which stands as the Three of Cups. And the last one for Gemini, that is going to be the Devil. Well, I'm just gonna say it here. I may be damned for it, all right? Thank you, Sandy. Thank you so much. What are these moths in my room, man? I mean, it's about time to put net on my window behind me, because any case. So I may be damned for it, because these cards, they all point, or rather like cumulatively, they do point that Gemini has to play selfish if they want to have any progress moving forward. Okay, and while playing selfish, that doesn't mean that you have to hurt anybody. In fact, that should be your game. Selfish, what I mean, it is that which deck is that? That is a Millennium Thought. Let me get the advertising card. So that is the advertising card. This is the Millennium Thought. Let me check. Do you see it here on the camera? So that is, there we go. Millennium Thought. Hopefully not damned. Yeah. Well, so Gemini has to play selfish, but this is what I mean, guys, playing selfish. Say you do have something you want to do, okay? But everyone around you tells you that you have to do something different. Well, what you need to do here in these next couple of weeks, it is to learn how to convince people into that what you want to do, or what you think, or what you think as a idea, you know, or in generally what your perception is, it is the right thing, at least for you. And thus, if people does not agree with you, at least they leave you alone and in peace, so to speak. Tovlo, thank you, Danny. You will have no problem with it if you are aggressive. That is because we do have the devil. And these are the energies which are supporting you, Gemini. And the devil points that you will have the power to make circumstances. Okay, it is just, this is how it stands. And therefore, you can be very evil if you want to. Okay, in the next couple of weeks. In fact, people who have power, generically, they do have power. For example, they do have money, or they do have influence. This is going to be a very scary couple of weeks for them. I mean, scary not for them, but for the people around, because these cards then points to enforcing, kind of like with power, enforcing with force, so to speak. While if you are smart here, Gemini, this is what you're going to do. You will make a point of what everybody is gonna lose if you don't do what you want to do. Okay, for example, if you want to work on a certain project but your supervisor is not sure of it, make them aware of what they are gonna lose if they don't allow you to work on that project. And that while you are being selfish, you are also very helpful, nurturing, and benign for the business itself. So you can play it smart. Selfish doesn't mean a bad thing. Okay, so back to the point here with the Gemini reading. Next couple of weeks, Gemini, a very gainingful enterprise. It is about to come your way. Enterprise that probably you have always wanted to be a part of. And like I said, not everybody is going to be agreed with you being part of it. And this is where the selfish nature of the transit comes about, or of the cycle comes about. And you can totally do it. What I mean, you can totally convince everybody that you are doing the right thing. And the best approach here, it is by you playing emotional. It's just this transit, guys, you are going to be so attached to people emotionally that you wouldn't believe it. People will feel for you. People will feel with you as well. And it's going to be a piece of cake. You uniting everybody under the common goal, under the common vision, which is going to be your vision. Okay, but suffice to say, whatever that enterprise is for you is going to be something unlike anything you have experienced by now, which may be a little bit scary at the start because you may not feel certain that you're gonna put a good job, but you will put a good job. So be a little bit more brave, take on the enterprise despite what anybody around you tells you, and just be happy. It's all that it is here. Right, so next one, that is going to be Cancer. All right, so the first card for Cancer, we do have the Six of Wands, followed by the second one here of the Ten of Wands. Oh, you're welcome, May. Or Mel. Oh my God, that's Mel. Right, so you're welcome, Mel. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So the second one is going to be the Ten of Wands, followed by the third card for you, Cancer, which stands as the Ten of Pentacles. The fourth card we do have, that is, oh my God, that is going to be the Death card. And the last one for you, Cancer, that will be the Princess. That is the Princess, it's not the Queen, all right? So the Page of Pentacles. Ooh. Right, so this is a textbook about transforming friendship into a relationship. It's just a textbook reading for it, and it's a textbook because everything is there. The friendship is there, the peak of experience where you both realize, you know, that you are much happier together than being drifted apart. The textbook of a understanding that with the friendship is gonna be over if you do commit to the to this, you know, and it is the textbook of the realization how much strain that is gonna put on both of you, how much responsibility, so to speak. So the question, is it worth doing it? According to my cards, yes, it does. Okay, it's just it is something that have been seething for a long time, and now it's ready. All right, now the meal, the feast is ready. That was seething, and you guys gotta just drink from it with all you got. However, there are a few conditions, okay, under which things are going to be as beautiful as they can, and those conditions come from the Ten of Pentacles here into the third position. And it does speaks that when you do decide to transform that relationship or that friendship into a relationship, you got to make sure that it is made in a very independent way, an independent fashion. Therefore, while you and your friend, future lover, are going to have one whole life together, you gotta maintain your personal lives in it as well, meaning that you know, you need to maintain certain or a large portion of your independence into it. So yeah, that will be pretty much the name of the game in the next couple of weeks. But as this is a general reading, let's touch a little bit the career and the profession, because not everybody has a friend that it has something has something in it for them. Okay, career wise, guys, you will probably going to be accoladed for your results. That may flabbergast you, actually. That may be the last thing you have expected. But it will be a very, very good time, a really good time for you to ask for a promotion or to ask the very least for a raise. Okay. Also, in terms of finances, the next couple of weeks are going to be very good, and maybe for you, truly, the light at the end of the tunnel is going to show up, especially if you do have any loans, meaning that you will see a way or find a way how to give or repay back those loans, and that will put a how can I say, that is going to put you in a state of a personal liberty, personal independence, so to speak. But you will whichever your case is, Cancer, you will learn, guys, how to change your life. And when I mean change your life, I mean leaving behind things that just doesn't make any sense. Like, for example, a friendship that is long time dead, and now you both are ready to be more committed. Okay, like for example position in job that doesn't make any sense anymore because you accomplished everything that there is into it and now you're ready for the next level as well. It is just Cancer, you will learn how to step into the next level in the next couple of weeks. So with that being said, that concludes the first 4 star signs, guys. And now the break is gonna take place, and in this break, as I said, there is gonna be 1 free reading. And in order to participate into the free reading poll, all you gotta do, guys, is input your question here into the comments below in the live stream. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to do so. And after these 5 minutes, I'm going to pick one question and I'm going to perform a professional reading on that question. Of course, anybody who supports me, the live stream, and everything I do through Super Chat is going to get their reading at the end of the live stream regardless. And if you do wish a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, which you're going to find here into the description of the live stream. And there you're going to see a full list of my services and as well their pricing. Well, you're welcome, Robin. I'm so glad when something resonates in generally. But yeah, back to my topic here with the health. It's really off-putting. And the terrifying part is that, you know, guys, there is nothing wrong with me, and as there is nothing wrong with me, there is nothing to treat. But the problem, the issue, is still there, and that terrifies me. I have been set a verdict that, you know, if that therapy doesn't help, I will probably have to live with this for the rest of my life, and that's. Oh. Subanji, can I give you a little bit of my personal thoughts on that? Because I have been, I'm sure that every single one of us have been in this position or in this situation that you are in right now. And that's an agony, all right? Regardless of what Tarot tells you, it's simply an agony. Because even if Tarot tells you that this guy or a girl or whatever doesn't feel anything for you, that's not gonna stop you loving them, all right? It's an agony as well if it tells you that they have something for you, because that doesn't mean that they're gonna accept you, all right? Because there could be other things that will obstruct their decision. So the best thing you can do is just confess, okay? That way at least you ain't gonna waste your time anymore. You ain't gonna hold any hopes. You will know if your hopes are real or if they aren't real. So that's the best thing you can do, just confess. Well, Sarah, I hope so too. We'll see. Well, thank you so much, Sandy. So sweet. Oh, it's like a static electricity, you know. If you had an old computer, when you plug it into the socket and you hear that bzzz, and it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing and it drives me nuts. Simon, or Simone, I have no choice. Good thing is, guys, that 2 days in the therapy and the sound is muffled. So hopefully the therapy is going to kind of like get rid of it completely. All right, 5 minutes have been expired, and now let's check on the questions. Nata, what tips to learn tarot? Well, when you go and learn tarot, or when you start learning tarot, not just only tarot, with every single science, so to speak, it is that you will recognize good sources of learning it, sources that explain you stuff rather than bombard you with just keywords, so to speak. So a good source is a source where you can understand rather than memorize. So books that explain you, for example, the symbols in the cards, the picture in the cards, it tells you why things are like that, you know, instead of books that tells you lovers flirting, love, choice, and so on and so forth, that doesn't explain you why that's the case, okay? These are not good sources of learning tarot. But the best way to learn tarot is practice. Even if you do have the source, best way is learning tarot is practice. All right, so the question Moody asks, I like a guy, but I don't know if he also feels the same way for me. I wish I could maybe tell me, or you could maybe tell me. Yeah, I will tell you, but it is the same thing as with Tsubanji. Just tell him, all right? Because even, like I said, even if he feels the same thing for you, there could be other things that have, how can I say, other forces, so to speak, which are playing there, that he may be afraid to confess. He may be into some other stuff and doesn't want to have anything to do with love in general, right? So it's just, there are so many factors into the situation that just feelings doesn't cut it. Thank you, Yvonne. Right. So these are the cards we have. We have the Lovers, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Great cards on their own accord. Now, the problem here, though, is that these two active enemies, these two active neutrals, okay? And so, the guys that see you very, very, very different from what he is, okay? Or from what he sees or accepts as a girlfriend. However, the guy does have a pull toward you, and that is something that this guy doesn't and don't know how to explain. Okay, so hello, Tracy. So the question, the answer to your question, does this guy has a thing for you? Yes, he does. Does this guy thinks about making stuff with you in a sense of making up with you? Not right now. First, he needs to explain why, or he needs to fathom, or to how can I say, stuff in that this thing he has for you, like a pull, you know, like a attraction, it's just something that cannot be explained. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, and what doesn't make any sense cannot be destroyed. It's just there. It just exists. So the guy seeks reasons where there are no reasons, okay? And the best case scenario, or rather like the best course of action for you, is just to wait and figure it out. That may never happen, okay? But still, if you try to, how can I say, to guide him into it, it's just ain't gonna work out. So that is your reading. It's well, that guy has a choice to make, and he doesn't know how to make it, and you cannot make that choice for him. Okay, so my advice to you Moody ISF is stick around, okay? Stick around that guy, but keep your options available, right? Keep your mind for others. Because like I said, that person may never make up their mind about you. Hello, Danny. Hold that question for the second break, okay? Where the second free reading is gonna take place. Bye, Sam. All right, just let me put those cards aside. And now we are moving to the second four star signs, which are going to be Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. Hello, Julie. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you do enjoy your time here, and you do like the content as well. So, Leo, the Ace of Swords, it is the first card for you, followed by the Five of Swords, which is the second. Moving next, we do have the Four of Swords. The fourth card for you, Leo, that is going to be the Nine of Wands. And the last card for you, we have the Three of Pentacles. Hi, KS. KS. What is that, Kai? KS. Yep, second set. All right. So, Leo, that will be quite of a liberating. It is the word that I was searching for. So, quite of a liberating transit for you, quite of a liberating couple of weeks for you. It seems that there are going to be a lot of a fruitful discussions, cooperations, and as well support that is going to take place. Now, it is going to be fortunate and unfortunate side of it, okay? The fortunate side of it, it is that you will be able to set a clear diagnosis and perception upon your stuff, like relationship, like career. The unfortunate side of it, it is that through these cooperations and through these discussions, which are going to be, by the way, very open and very honest, you are to see that there are people that you are wrong to trust. People that took your kindness for granted, for example, and just abused it, all right, and just took advantage of you. And so with that being said, you can expect that into the next couple of weeks, your, I can't say social circle, guys, but the circle of people that which you are holding closer to you to shrink to a point where you are to surround yourself only with a very, very faithful companions of yours. And that is difficult to describe. Well, basically, you will learn how to make people special to yourself, or certain people special to yourself. I don't know how to say it. So you will keep certain people casual, other people very, very special to you, with a very special connections. Also, what you're going to learn in the next couple of weeks, Leo, is how to manage your time better, and you will learn how to prepare yourself better for the future. There are going to be certain situations in the next couple of weeks which are going to require, so to speak, the word is not effort, but it's going to require from you to be tough. And you will show an exceptional spiritual strength into these situations. Another thing for the next yeah, thank you, Debbie. Another thing about the next couple of weeks for you, Leo, it is that you are to resolve a lot of problems for yourself. It is just problems which have been settling down for a very, very long time, primarily into your health and business. That is, in terms of a relationship problems, only open conversations can solve a relationship problems, but also the last thing that I'm going to say for you guys, it is that if you do need support for something, okay, support to develop your business, support to develop your love life, or support to develop yourself, that is, the energies this transit is gonna help you find that support you need, either from a society or either from a one single individual. So that was for Leo. Now moving next, we do have Virgo. All right, so the first one for Virgo, it is the Virgo itself, and that will be the Hermit, followed by the second card of the Two of Pentacles. Moving next, what we do have, that is going to be the Ace of Wands, and the fourth card for you, Virgo, that is to be the Six of Wands. And the last card for you, Virgo, we do have the Ten of Wands. And so those four cards for Virgo. Okay, so those five cards, I'm sorry, for Virgo. So very interesting couple of weeks. The best way how I can describe them for you, Virgo, it is that everything is gonna go according to a plan. And this plan is going to enrich itself. I don't know how to say it. Where, you know, there may be certain gaps into it that you don't know what to do with them, and suddenly, you know, a filler is going to show up. So just to give you an example of it, guys, say you have planned some kind of a holiday with your beloved one, but you are not very certain when you go on that holiday how you're going to fill up your time. And when you go there, suddenly there are going to be so many activities, you know, and casual, how can I say, enterprises which you can participate into, that the time is going to become a very, very pleasant. And exactly this is what you're going to learn how to do into the next couple of weeks here, Virgo, how to have a simply good time, regardless of what kind of a situation you're finding yourself into. Okay. Also, a very good lesson as well that you are to learn in the next couple of weeks. It is how to, I don't know how to say it in English, guys. Probably you're going to help me with it, but how to step for yourself. In other words, if you did a good job, say at work, and nobody accolades you for it, you step for yourself and you demand the appreciation, the recognition, and as well the reward for the job well done. So simply you will learn how to capitalize and win, so to speak, your own personal peaks of experiences in the next couple of weeks. Now, the energies which are going to help you throughout that time are energies of rewards. What I mean is that whatever you start doing, there are going to be amazing rewards at the end, should you see it through. But as I say, should you see it through, you will have no problem keeping up until the end. It is just because you're going to be very enthusiastic, and not just only enthusiastic, motivated. All right, you're going to be very, very motivated to do whatever it's needed or whatever the demand is, so you see the enterprise or the doing, so to speak, to see it through. Also, intelligence and wisdom is not something that you will lack in the next couple of weeks. Seeing the false, so to speak, opportunity or the false offer, if there is an offer coming your way from a mile away, and as well being able to understand what is the best direction that you can take on career-wise and as well relationship-wise. A little bit of a, however, a singular couple of weeks where the experiences that you're going to have, the peaks of these experiences, probably you will have nobody to share with or very few people to share with. So I hope you will learn as well how to have a good time on yourself and how to be happy with yourself, that is. The last thing that I'm going to say for you, Virgo, for the next couple of weeks, it is that if you do stumble upon something like a job, you have been hired, or somebody expresses emotions towards you, you need to know that these things are for a really, really long time to be there, should you decide to take them on. How to have fun? All right. All right, next one, that will be Libra. So for Libra, the first one, that will be the 10 of Pentacles, followed by the 8 of Wands. Moving next, what we do have, that is going to be the 2 of Pentacles. The fourth card, that will be the Ace of Swords. And the last card for you, Libra, that will be the Page of Wands. No, the Knight of Wands, I'm sorry, that is the Knight of Wands. Oh my God, Virgo. Libra, I'm sorry. On Libra now, yeah, not Virgo, Libra. I don't know why I'm mixing those two up. Unfortunately, Virgo and Libra, somehow my brain processes them the same way, just as a August and October. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. It is just I am confusing these two all the time. So, Libra. Well, next couple of weeks, you will learn how to see through the lies. This is the best way how I can say it. So while that's a good thing, it's also not a very good thing, because in order to see or to learn how to see through the lies, it means that there is somebody lying to you, and you will understand who that person is. In fact, in the next couple of weeks, you are to confront this person. It could be a family member, you know, it could be as well coworker, friend. Unfortunately, it could be also wife, husband, beloved one, and so on and so forth. And as soon as you see who that person is, I think that you are gonna cut them loose pretty drastically, that is. No explanation, no second chances, okay? I just severance abruptly is the word that I was searching for. Now, this isn't going to be a bad thing, okay? Now, look at these cards, guys. We have the 2 of Pentacles here into the 3rd position, and then the Knight of Wands into the last position. And that pretty much speaks that you will understand that you do deserve better. Once you do find the liar, it's just, it will be so cheap, or you will find it so cheap that that person sunk so low of doing it. And thus, even if you love them by that point so much, the lie itself, it will be, or the fact that they have lied, it will be somewhat unforgivable. And thus you will feel now being relieved of their service, if I may say it that way. Therefore, you will feel free from them. And that nothing is holding you around them either. Well, all right, so yeah, well, I hope that things works out in between you and your best friend. But even if they don't, you know, with these cards here, club's head, it seems you have no problem finding even better friend than this one, or even better friends, plural, than this one. The point is, it is that once you do find a liar, it's just the sense of that you do deserve more is going to be so big. And once you step out of the influence of the liar, it's just the feeling of how free you are is going to be quite overwhelming, and the enthusiasm of finding or seeking for a simply better people to associate yourself with is going to be there, and you will imminently find a better people. But aside from the lie, guys, aside from the person who lied to you, Libra, next couple of weeks are going to be rather very good, in a sense of that you're going to feel comfortable, you're going to feel cozy. It's not excluded as well. In fact, it's very, very likely that you may make some reconciliations from the past. Doesn't mean that these reconciliations are going to be with ex-lovers. Okay, these may be reconciliations with old friends, you know, or with people that you knew beforehand and you haven't met with them for a very, very long time, and so on and so forth. Even if you end up on a somewhat ill terms with these people, now it's going to be a time where you can give each other a second chance, but not to the liar. Okay. Just give me a second here. Okay. All right. So that was about Libra. And now moving next, we do have a Scorpio. Let's see what we have. All right, so first one for Scorpio, that is going to be the Page of Cups, followed by the second one here, which stands as the Seven of Cups. Moving next, we have the Page of Swords, followed by the fourth one, which is the Queen of Wands. And the last one for Scorpio, that is going to be the King of Wands. Robin, yeah. Well, not just only that, I always, how can I say, repeat all the time, it is that you are the only one responsible for your own happiness. Nobody else is. Just as if you do allow someone else to be a, how can I say, if you do allow your happiness to depend on someone else, then you are not a free person, not by a large margin. I am Scorpio, yes. They are, Janie. They are. Wow, guys. All right. So, well, these cards, unfortunately, they do differentiate. Okay. When I say unfortunately, I mean it unfortunately that we have to give two narratives here. That's what I mean under unfortunately. So they do differentiate. And let's first address people who are looking for, like people who are looking for work, or like people who are looking for love. So for people who are looking for, they are going to be high on demand. So that's a great thing, okay? It's just if you are looking for love, you are going to happen to be quite attractive in the next couple of weeks, Scorpio. So, or you will learn how to become attractive, okay, in the next couple of weeks. So it's time, guys, to go out and start praying, or how can I say? Yeah, well, praying probably is not the best word that I can use, but kind of like displaying yourself in front of the world, as if you are looking for job and for work. Next couple of weeks your skill is going to be somewhat on a high demand, and therefore it will be best if you do start applying for work in the next couple of weeks, if you want to change your current one, that is, because truly next couple of weeks are going to be weeks where change is going to start looming on our horizon. Change either in terms of career, or change either in terms of a love. And the good thing, guys, it is that next couple of weeks things are going to be somewhat very grounded for us. Okay, I don't know how to explain it. It's like it never, nothing is going to seem like it's way too good to be true, and therefore we are going to face those couple of weeks with no fear whatsoever for the future. The best thing though of this reading, however, it is the energies which are going to support us. Those are the energies of the King of Wands. And what King of Wands is in this position are very, very ambitious drives, or rather like energies that will allow you to transform our ambitions and as well our passion into a very powerful actions and very effective actions as well. Also, those are energies that will allow us to enjoy ourselves. Under enjoying ourselves, I mean enjoying life itself, meaning watching good movies, eating good food, for example, making very benign exercises, and so on and so forth. It's just, making our life way more exciting and way more exhilarating than it was before. But the cherry of the cake for us is an emotional connection, okay? Emotional connection to something or to somebody that will make us reconsider our current positions and as well our current standpoints. Emotional connection that is going to make us to stop being focused on the irritating details of our day-to-day routine, but rather focus on the overview, focused on the future instead. So that was for Scorpio, and now the second break is going to take place, and you guys can now start asking your questions into the comments down below. Should you want a free reading with me, that is a way how you get a free reading with me, by waiting for one of these breaks and inputting a question into the comments down below. Of course, anybody who supports the live stream and me through Super Chat is gonna get their reading at the end of the live stream regardless. And if you do wish a personalized reading with me, you can go to my website, which you're going to find into the description down below. And there at the very front page, you will see a full list of my services and as well their pricing. Why praying, Karen? Okay, I give you 5 minutes, guys, to input a question if you do have any. If not, we're going to move to the last 4 star signs. Ah, money. That's a good question. You know, if anybody could have asked you, could have answered you that, they would have won it themselves. You know, they wouldn't give tarot readings or astrology readings for money to make up a living. Nobody can tell you that money. There are, you know, tarot, astrology, even psychics. They do have a certain limits. There are things you cannot see. But let's use that 5 minutes of time to address something. So I saw a question here of Marilyn Shank that is, will my Scorpio come back? So these kind of questions, well, they can be answered, okay? They cannot be answered for sure because this is why. None of the fortune telling tools, which is tarot, if you will, oracle cards, Lenormand, you know, astrology, numerology, whatever, is meant to make choices for somebody. And is that person gonna come back or not is his choice. I cannot make a choice for him. And things are not carved in stones. Well, there are certain things which are, like for example, you may be meant to be happy. Okay, that is carved in stones. You are gonna be happy. Whom with, where, how, entirely up to the choices you are gonna make and other people that are gonna make. Okay, so that's why not everything is carved in stones. For your for the future, I can estimate based on my experience, that is, it is that only 5% of our future is carved in stones. The major 5% being successful, being happy, being healthy, you know, and having, for example, children and so on and so forth. But other than that, how, where, whom with, you know, what we're going to work and so on and so forth, through what kind of a projects, for example, are they going to be through partnerships or not? That is entirely up to us. And these are choices we have to make, which none of these tools can make for us. Hello, Willow. I will be okay. I hope so, that I'm going to be okay right now. So. But thanks for asking. How are you? Oh, that's a good one. See, Samantha Roof. Will I be financially successful? That can be definitely answered. Hello, Jackie. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy the time here. All right, so let's pick a question. Tara Rayleigh is the question I'm gonna pick. Will I be able to get ahead of my problems that are holding me back? So let's have a look, Tara. Samantha, that was a coincidence. All right, that was a coincidence. Very often I do butcher names. Well, that is just an estimation, Marilyn. Maybe more, maybe less. Who knows? But the point is that take it that way, guys. Our future, we are meant from point A to reach point B, where point A, for example, being single, point B being in a family or having a family. How we are going to reach there, you know, either we are going to go through a straight line or we are going to go through a maze. It depends on us, but we are going to end up in a point B eventually having a family. Okay, that is, for example, if it is something meant for us. By the way, a good way to see what is meant for you, it's astrology or numerology as well. And sometimes, you know, people ask questions that they think that are very substantial, you know, like, for example, this person is the one, I definitely want to be with them. There is no such thing as the one, or at least not in my view. Okay, it's you can be happy with James, John, George, and so on and so forth. I don't know why I said names just only with J, but it's all matter of compatibility and how many compromises we are willing to make. Hold on, Tara. I to give you a time frame here. So time frame of the reading, middle of January next year. Okay, those are your cards. Those are your cards. We have the Sun, we have Justice, we do have Seven of Cups, and we do have the Six of Pentacles. To get ahead, not exactly. To get even, yeah, you will. To get even. Now the thing is that, Sarah, there is a either a huge injustice going against you, or you are not prioritizing things right. So I don't know what your situation is, okay? And it's either of the two. If I knew your situation, I would have been able to tell you which one of the two is, either injustice or just you are not prioritizing things right, okay? You are prioritizing, for example, things which low priority and low sense of emergency over things with high sense of emergency, and therefore while you are trying to manage those things which, or those aspects of your problems that can wait, for example, the aspects of your problems which cannot wait, they do escalate, and by the time you get back to them, it's kind of like way too late. Hello, Monica. Welcome to the stream. So that is literally the answer. Okay, one more for Danny Garcia. Let's check it out if there is a tendency, guys, or tendency for you, Danny, things to get into the next level. So it could be both. Karen, thank you so much for your $5 support. Thank you so much. Stick around up until the end of the stream where I'm gonna give you your personal reading. Hello, Seda. Welcome to the stream. No, I haven't done Pisces yet. All right, Danny. So first one is the Six of Pentacles, and the second one here, that is going to be the Four of Wands. The answer is not yet, mate. Not yet. I just, according to these cards, first of all, the situation is not exactly ideal in between you two to be like lovers. And the second thing, it is within the hierarchy. It's just you both does not sit into the same growth, so to speak, that predisposes for a relationship. Okay, it just is not going to be an equal one if it starts right now. So again, not yet, but the tendency is there. Okay, and if you both have enough patience and you do develop that friendship enough, probably it's going to happen one day. All right, so a couple of minutes, guys, to catch my breath, and after that, the next 4 star signs are going to be performed. The last 4 star signs. After that, the last 3 reading is going to take place, and after that, the super chat contribution readings are going to take place. Hmm. Oh, Jackie, you can always rewind the live stream and watch your star sign there. Just give me a second. No, not yet, at least. But the treatment does addresses that. The treatment does addresses that. Thank you so much, Ella. Probably is something with the blood flow. Right, so moving next, we do have Sagittarius, and for Sagittarius, the first one, that is going to be the King of Wands. It says Knight, guys, but in that deck, Knights are Kings. Followed by the Queen of Wands. And I don't think that it is, however, with the blood flow, Ella, because the strange thing it is that when I do start talking, how can I say, it becomes louder, which is the strange thing. So the third one for Sagittarius, that is going to be the Eight of Cups. The fourth one, that is to be the Strength. And the last card we have, that will be the Devil. Those 5 cards. And well, it will be for Sagittarius, it's going to be quite of a focused couple of weeks, okay? In a sense of that, guys, there are going to be, well, how to put it into words? It's like, despite the obstacles and the hard time, you push forward, okay, knowing that that is the right thing to do. Like, for example, despite the problem into the marriage, you push forward to sustain the marriage. Like, for example, despite the problem with your career development, you push exactly into that direction. I will, Ella. I will make that ultrasound. So, like I said, yeah, well, that was a little bit, just lost my thought. So yeah, Sagittarius, despite that you have to climb a mountain, you will be certain that climbing it will prove either lucrative or it will prove either happy. In fact, in the next couple of weeks, this is the thing that you are going to learn to do, guys, not to feel obliged, or how can I say, compelled to explain yourself constantly why you do something or why you are chasing, let's say, your happiness, but instead you are to push forward toward, so to speak, things you want to accomplish. And unlike any other weeks or previous times, Sagittarius, you are going to be able to produce results this time around. Okay, results in terms of business, results in terms of intimacy as well. And the good thing about the next couple of weeks as the results, it is that this time around you get to control the things, all right? You do get to control the environment, you do get to control as well the circumstances, and the energies which are going to support you guys in the next couple of weeks are energies that will allow you to get what you want, which is for some of you, or rather like, yeah, well, for some of you is going to be a terrifying circumstances. Because you may go for way more that you may thought you can go for, if that's if that makes sense. But alas, next couple of weeks you will have no problem letting things go. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It is because you will see the future is much brighter than the current, okay, than the present and than the past as well. It's a very weird reading for Sagittarius. It's like a contradictory one, and it's very difficult to describe it. But take it that way, guys. That in the next couple of weeks, you should not allow plights to stop you going for things that you do have ambition toward. And when I say ambition toward, I mean you may have ambition to be a family person. Then don't stop chasing that. If you do have an ambition to be a lucrative guy or girl, don't stop chasing that either. It's just the next couple of weeks is gonna be test of how much you care for what you want and how tenacious you are about it. Because those who, how can I say, abandon the path, or rather like abandon what they want, well, they're not going to have it. And when I say letting go things, I don't mean like letting go your goal. I mean letting go of certain circumstances. What I mean is that even if circumstances are not ideal, you let go of them and just keep on going, keep on pushing. And now that I think of, there was that video game that's had that strophe into it, or rather like that parable into it. When things become really, really hard, the only thing that you gotta do is just keep on going. So that is what you gotta do, Aquarius, in the next couple, Sagittarius, I'm sorry, in the next couple of weeks. Just keep on going. What do you mean, Sandy? I don't understand. You're welcome, Sarah. Well, I'm not very happy with the Sagittarius reading. It was very contradictory one. It's almost like, you know, you shouldn't go forward, but then you should go forward if you really like it. And it's one of these times in the next couple of weeks for Sagittarius where they will be on the verge of simply turning their back on, you know, like, oh my God, it's just, I can't put anything into it anymore. I can't put up with this, you know. But yet when they start withdrawing, they will kind of like remind themselves what they are to lose, and so they are going to go back to it, and it will be a time of back and forth. But yeah, Sagittarius should not forget their goal, and Sagittarius should not abandon their, how can I say, their original path. They should not quit. Samantha, no, that's numerology. And that's a king's number, 22. 22, it's a king's number, and it is the hand of the king. You are a builder. Spirit, thank you so much for your $4.99 support of me and of the live stream. Just give me a second here. So make sure you do stick around up until the end, where you're going to get your personalized reading. Thank you so much, Speedy. Right, so next one, that is going to be Capricorn. Sarah wrote something. Okay. Well, you know, Sarah, regardless of what Tarot tells you, there is no shame in running. You know, that is the old principle of war and of warriors. Okay, what warriors says is that there is no shame in running, for there is no honor in death. Basically, if you die, there is no honor in it. It's just you're dead. So there is no shame for you running away to live to fight another day. And that is, by the way, the philosophy of the Five of Swords, in fact. But if you really feel that you have to kind of like walk away, recuperate, gather up your strength, whatever, you know, or even if you feel that you are facing some kind of an overwhelming odds, it will be a good thing for you truly to walk away. And how that year start hurting, guys. Oh. You're welcome. Always welcome, Sarah. Capricorn. Wow, first one, that is going to be the Six of Cups. Followed by the second one, which is the Three of Cups. Then the third card for Capricorn, that will be the Ten of Pentacles. Moving next, we do have the High Priestess. And the last one for Capricorn, that will be the King of Pentacles. So unlike all other star signs by now, which had a very active readings, okay, they had air, fire, and whatnot, you know, so which means that the other star signs, the previous 10 star signs or 9 star signs, they would have a very active couple of weeks, including Scorpio, that is, which is something I'm not a big fan of, but still. Capricorn are going to have a very peaceful next couple of weeks for what it seems. And they are going to be, how can I say, recharging. There isn't much to be said about the Capricorn reading because simply next couple of weeks, the energies which are going to support you, Capricorn, it is to give you back, okay? What I mean is that these energies, wherever you have invested efforts, money, time, you will get things back from it, okay? And so that will, how can I say, that will put the feeling in you that everything was worth it and that you can now safely invest even more into it. Like no different that if you have invested love in somebody and that love is returned, now you know that you can invest even more because that love is going to be returned as well. And what this investment is going to constrain itself around is a pleasant time. What I mean is that you're going to have a very pleasant time working into your job or into your business, you know, or with yourself as well, where you will have a field or rather like the opening to be very creative. And the situation will grow to a such extent that you will look forward waking up every morning to go to work because you would like what you are dealing with at work. In terms of relationship, things are getting even better, okay? In terms of relationships, guys, should you be single, we can have something like here in my country we call it correctional exam. Like you failed once, well now you have a chance to try it again for the second, third, fifth, 10th time, whatever, okay? But the thing is that if you are single, you get to meet, for example, or stumble upon was the word I was searching for, somebody whom you will physically like, and also emotionally the flow is just going to run unobstructed, at least at the start. Now, the only issue that we can see here are results. What I mean is that you may not see a very, very fast results with your establishments throughout the next couple of weeks, but the results from previous endeavors, they will come about, okay? So don't mix these two. And also another problem, it is the vision. you may see one thing that it is not seen the same way from those around you, which may put some discrepancies in ideas at work primarily, okay? And also in the family as well. For example, you may see that something needs to be celebrated while the rest of the family doesn't really see it that way. Regardless, these are going to be very, very small discrepancies, and you should not allow these things to kind of like pollute your otherwise a very, very good time in the next couple of weeks. So let's go to the juicy stuff here and the lesson that you are about to learn. And the lesson is for you, Capricorn, that Samantha Ruff or Rupp. I probably butchered it this time around, Samantha. Samantha Ruff. Thank you so much for your $5 support. Thank you so much, Samantha. Make sure you do stick around a little bit more up until the end, where I'm going to make you a personalized reading for the transit. So where were I? Yeah, what you, Capricorn, are going to learn in the next couple of weeks. Now this is going to be something very, I hope I'm able to make my points across, guys. It's all about what worth it and what it doesn't. And it is that good things that does worth keeping up, they're just so pleasant to be involved in, while things that is not worth keeping up, they only give you hard time, okay? So that is the lesson that you are going to learn. What truly, what your soul needs, you are going to have a good time with, while what your soul doesn't need, you will have not a very good time with, and therefore you will be able to differentiate there in the next couple of weeks what you should focus on and what you should not focus on. And also, Rup, all right. It's pronounced Rup, all right. I will know from now on. And so, you will learn how to listen to your inner voice. Don't confuse that with your intuition. These are two different things, okay? So don't confuse the inner voice, the inner guidance with the intuition, but you will learn how to listen to yourself, not to your wife or a husband, not to your boss, supervisor, friend, or even laws. You will learn how to listen to yourself and fulfill the needs of your soul. Right, so moving next, we do have Aquarius. Thank you, Sarah. Right, so Aquarius, first one, we do have the Two of Pentacles, guys, for you. Moving next, that will be the Two of Cups, followed by the Hermit. The third card for you, Aquarius, that will be the Moon card. And the last one, for your reading, we have the Seven of Wands. So those 5 cards. Bye, Robin. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Well, all right. So Aquarius, well, we see detachment here in your reading. Simply, in next couple of weeks, you will, guys, understand that it's just something isn't for you, something that you already have, that it isn't for you anymore. And the primary reason for it is going to be because you give so much into it, but you don't see that the other side is giving as much as you do. Okay, and basically that is going to be the final straw, and you will decide that your dignity and as well your time is much more valuable than just sticking up with something that just doesn't, if not doesn't want to be there, is just indifferent if it's going to be there or not. And therefore the lesson that you will learn in the next couple of weeks, Aquarius, it is to follow your own path, not the path that's have been told you to follow. Aside from this, guys, next couple of weeks you should not enter into them with a solid plan. That is because there are going to be quite a lot of things moving around, and therefore if you do enter with a strict and solid plan, simply things are not going to work out as planned. It's the best way how I can say it. So the best way how you can live through the next couple of weeks is by being playful, is by being adaptable, is by living for the moment. For example, don't think 2 days from now how you are going to go through a certain meeting. Think when the meeting comes about and as the meeting goes, because nothing you thought about is going to take place at this meeting, or at least a very big portion of what you thought about is not going to take place at that meeting. And in generally, in the next couple of weeks, fixed ideas, fixed plans, they need to be let go of, and basically because they are outdated, and new ideas and new plans are going to take place for you. Unfortunately for you, Aquarius, because we do have the Two of Cups into the second position, that is not a transit for partnership, all right? That includes love as well. That doesn't mean that you have to break up with your husband or a wife, with your beloved one. It just is going to be a little bit more distant, so to speak, or let's say a little bit more cold than usual. And that is because in these couple of weeks that this coldness will come from you, okay? Because in the next couple of weeks you will feel the need to do something for yourself, okay? Enough of doing something for somebody else. You will feel the need, like I said, to do something for yourself, and something it is what you will find. Now, next couple of weeks, look at these two cards, guys. These two here, as they stand, the the Hermit, I'm sorry, with the Moon card, it speaks that in the next couple of weeks, you will find something you are meant to find, okay? You may find a new job that you are meant to find and to be at. You will find, for example, a person that you are meant to be with. You will find a path that you are meant to walk. And you will immediately know that that is something you need to contribute into. And also what you will learn in the next couple of weeks, Aquarius, it is how to tame the fear. What I mean, the belief of the doom and gloom. In situations where under normal circumstances you do believe in the doom and gloom, you will learn how to manage that and no longer allow yourself to be overwhelmed with that fear again of the doom and gloom. As for the energies which are to support you in the next couple of weeks, well, those are the energies of knowing when, how, and where. Okay, being able to capitalize at the right moment, at the right place, with the right actions. All right, so that was for Aquarius, and now going last but not least, Pisces. Hello, Joyce. Well, not exactly. Well, yeah, for the most part, but you are coming just at the end before the free reading takes place. So if that's something you are aiming for, Yeah, well, the Pisces, first one, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Moving next, that will be the Empress, followed by the third one, which stands as the Two of Wands. Then the fourth card for Pisces, that will be the Four of Swords. And the last card of Pisces, that will be the Prince of Swords or the Knight of Swords. All right, so for Pisces, that will be quite of an interesting transit for you, Pisces. For the solo reason here, it is that you will have to go through some quite of a uncomfortable endeavors or situations. For you will be in the process of searching for a way. This is how the thing stands here for you, Pisces. Next couple of weeks, you will have to make a choice. And this choice, it needs to be made by consulting your emotions and as well your logic. So whatever you decide in favor of needs to make sense, while in the same time you need to be feeling good about it as well. And the whole cycle revolves around you trying to find that option. What message? What message, Sandy? So trying to find that option that makes sense for you and that you feel good about it. And unfortunately, you won't be able to find it alone. Okay. So what you need to learn in the next couple of weeks, it is that you do have people that you can trust, people that see your situation objectively, and you need to learn to talk with these people and to take their advice, fruitful discussions, and as well, how can I say, open conversations with a loyal companions are going to take place. However, the options available that you will have to the options available that you need to consider and wage on are not a brand new. What I mean is that the option available is going to revolve around you building up and improving rather than letting go of things and starting anew. So the option will revolve around you improving your current job rather than leaving your current job and moving to a new one, or the option should revolve around you improving your current relationship or fixing your current relationship than moving into a brand new one. And what this is going to bring to you, Pisces, it's independence and as well comfort. So you will have to go through an uncomfortable process of finding the option that works for you. And once you do so, you will enter into a comfortable state. Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Joyce Parota or Parota, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Let me put you in. Thank you so much, Karen, again for your $4.99. Joyce. All right, it's written. Thank you. So where were I? Yeah, so it is, to me, it looks like the final push, okay? But it goes only through you talking with people that you trust into, loyal companions. Again, guys, because this is how it stands, because you are in the situation, you cannot see clearly what is the best course of action. But these people that you can entrust to, they can see it. They see it objectively, and it will give you this, so to speak, the recipe of success and all that you gotta do is just follow their guidance and their advice. Very close people to you, best friends, fatherhood or motherhood figurines. It could be also mentors, it's just people that are willing to give you a benevolent support. Also, it's very possible that that could be a person. Thank you so much, Dylan Earth. Thank you so much, man, for your support to the live stream. So it's very likely that that person could be somebody you haven't met for a very, very long time, all right? Somebody that's, for example, from your childhood, that you drifted apart for, say, 10, 20 years maybe, and now that person comes about and you go out on a beverage and you share your story with them, and they tell you, well, why don't you do then that and that, something which is very obvious, but you haven't thought of it because you are in the situation. And when you are in the situation, people don't think clearly. So yeah, it just, that is what the transit for you is, Pisces. All right, Sandy. Okay, guys, so that concludes the 12 star signs, and now the last free reading is going to take place. As usual, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to input your question into the comments down below. If you do wish a free reading, the free reading is going to take place here, public on the live stream. After the free reading, the super chat readings are going to take place as well. Tequila Brown, thank you so much for your $2 support. Make sure you do stick around where you're going to get your personalized reading. It is always a pleasure, Sarah, to have you around as well. Thank you so much for sticking around. Have a great one, and see you next time. Bye. Uh, I don't need these cards anymore. Just hold on a second. All right, so just for your info, guys, this is how the... Hold on a second. This is how the box look like of the tarot deck, right? So that is how the box look like. Whoever wants to buy it. It says Millennium Thought. And it's a really good deck. Bye, Marilyn. See you next time. Sweet dreams, Manda. Don't have hands to shuffle? What do you mean? All right. I think it was good. There was none bad reading. The readings are always kind of neutral. You know, it does depend. I always focus my readings on guidance rather than fortune telling, leaving you guys to decide what to do with the energies. So Dani is wondering if she's going to, if she can rely on her ex, or his, if Dani is a man, to their current agreement. So let's see if your ex Dani is intending to keep up with if your ex is intending to keep up with your agreement. Those are the cards we have, Dani. They do intend to keep up with the agreement, but not because of a kind heart. It's just for some reason, Dani, it seems that they think or they do realize that without this agreement or not keeping up with the agreement is going to cause much more, how can I say, damage to them than keeping up with the agreement. So fear of repercussions, it is the only thing that is going to make them keep up with the agreement. That being said, you need to know that they are going to keep up with it to a bare minimum. So hopefully you made the agreement really solid and there are no back doors in it. Okay, so that's what these cards are saying. All right, so moving now next to the super chat readings. Okay. So yeah, it is surprise, isn't it? You're welcome, Dani. Right, so Esther, Debbie, Karen, Speedy, Samantha, Joyce, Dylan, Tequila. All right, so let's see now, Esther. Let's see how these couple of weeks that full moon is going to affect you. personally? Well, we always hope for better. But still, hey, your ex is going to keep up with it. Okay, so that's something. Right, so Esther, we have Three of Pentacles for you, and it is catalyzed with the Queen of Wands. So Esther, this lunar cycle for you is going to be quite uplifting or relieving. Okay, it is because not nearly as much efforts are going to be required from you to keep up with your stuff, career-wise and relationship-wise. That is because you are to kind of like unexpectedly receive certain support from people, say support from your beloved one, or say support from your children, or say support from your co-workers. In fact, that support may kind of like flabbergast you, because it truly could be from a place where you have least expected. Mela, thank you so much for your 1999 support to the live stream and to my work. Let me put you into the list. And Tequila, thank you again for another 3 US support. Thank you again. So Esther, yeah, I mean, that being said, you can expect to have more time to enjoy yourself. And under enjoy yourself, I mean enjoy life. Okay, having the again returning, or how can I say, you can experience the joy for life returning to you again, having a nice dinners, having beverage, and so on and so forth moving forward. And it's not going to have nearly as much stress as it had by now. And if you had no stress by now, then it's going to be even better moving into the next couple of weeks. And last thing I'm going to say to you, Esther, is that you can expect it in the next couple of weeks to have a call for certain cooperations with people. Primarily, these cooperations are taking place either social circle wise or either career wise as well. So next one, that is going to be Debbie, and Debbie has a specific request or inquiry. Did I just met the one? So the card is the 5 of Wands, which is catalyzed or accompanied with the Emperor. Huh. That is quite of a question, Debbie. I don't think so. I don't think so. It is because this interaction is going to be so controlling. Okay, it's in a sense of that without you even noticing it, and it is not like the other person also is gonna want it, but it just is going to become very strict and very deprived of any Oh, you met a few. Well, we have to check for each one of them. But for the next couple of weeks at least, none of them is going to prove to be exactly D1. Okay? But if you have to choose with these couple of cards, wait for them to make the choice for you. Okay? In a sense of that, how can I say? In a sense of that, be very very strict and kind of like over the top of expectations and over the top of demands. And the last one that sticks around, that's the one that worth trying with. Okay, the others, you could say cowards. Aries is so far talking. Who is Aries? The god of war? Because Aries is a god of war. No, now, seriously, in terms of love, these cards are not really good. Okay, they're not good. It is because with them there is nothing that even implies about love. And if you do look somebody to take care of you and to kind of like, how can I say, structure your life and to make the ups and downs in your life much more bearable, definitely you found such a guy. But also with that comes the control, right? Where the guy is going to be very controlling. It will want always that guy to decide and so on and so forth. So if you seek liberty, or rather like a freedom in relationship, a big no, okay? But if you have aimed for a relationship where you are to be so-called the woman, the housewife, and the man to be the man, then yeah, I mean, you met the one. But I don't think that that is something you strive for. So next one, that will be Karen, and the card for you, Karen, is Six of Swords. The other one, that will be the Ten of Pentacles. So you do have those two. These two are active enemies. The next couple of weeks, you are to be called to do something unlike things you are used to do, Karen. How these cards speaks, it is that you do have to truly step outside of your comfort zone, okay? And under a comfort zone, I mean truly comfort zone. It's like, it will be a fearful act that you will be called. You're welcome, Debbie. You're welcome. That you are to be called to do. That is like where the knife touches the bone, and I mean really the knife touches the bone. The only thing more drastic we could have had here, it is if we had the Ten of Swords. Luckily for you, it is the Six of Swords, and Ten of Swords, it is the prevention. What I mean, it is when you just cannot stand it anymore and you just have to do something about it, regardless if it is a good or a bad thing. While here, it's more toward leaving one thing so you can go for something bigger, for something more. It's like, well, that's the thing, as you have mentioned here, Karen, that's the thing. Whatever you do is going to be better than you have now. It's simply as that. So you're really trying. Stop trying. Just do it. Okay. Just do it. Close your eyes and just do it. Because here, what we do have with those cards, it is that you do have some kind of a goal, right? You do have some kind of a dream. And thinking about it is not nearly enough to get you there. You have to do something about it. We'll just do it in the next couple of weeks. Good night, Debbie. Okay, that's nice to hear. Okay, that's nice to hear, because you don't want anybody to own you, right? So yeah, be mindful whom you allow to, how can I say, to become a part of your life. Right, so next one, Speedy. Your card, Speedy, that is going to be the Temperance, and the next one, that will be the Moon card. So we do have those couple of cards. So next couple of weeks for you, Speedy, not a couple of weeks that are going to be very remarkable in a sense of that something irreparable or something irrecoverable it is to take place. In fact, next couple of weeks are going to be very, very predictable and very mundane. That doesn't mean that they're going to be with a lack of progress. On the contrary. Now, because the next couple of weeks are going to be very mundane and ordinary and usual and so on and so forth, whatever it is thrown your way, career-wise and even relationship-wise, you will always going to be able to find the right measures to deal with it. And what this is going to make, it is that in the next couple of weeks, Speedy, you will face the chores with with a lack of usual aggravation and annoyment as well. And you will find a way how to tackle with chores, career-wise and as well relationship-wise, with much more bear. And in fact, you may make them as pleasant as playing games. And finally, for you, Speedy, next couple of weeks are gonna be weeks where you will see of that you have not been aware of by now, that you actually have a lot of compassion and solidarity around you, that people does respect you. That is something you will find out. I think that you're going to feel very, very good about it. Oh, so that's the problem. Well, that makes a lot of sense with the cards as well, because as they are a active enemies, 10 of Pentacles, it's independence. And as an enemy to the Six of Swords, it is where you do lose that independence. But actually, the Six of Swords, it is where by losing that independence, you do make, you do get one step closer to let's not be that heavy on words, dreams, but to your goal. Night, Karen. All right, so next one, Samantha Roop. And your card, Samantha, that will be the Two of Wands. Oh my God, and it is catalyzed by the Fool card. So we have a active, active friends. Let me vape, and I'm going to tell you what that means, okay? So Samantha, next couple of weeks, you will grow, and in a way that is going to be very, very easy for you. And when I say you will grow, this is what I mean, okay? You sit on some kind of an accomplishment, and you will grow exactly where your accomplishments are. That is like upgrading your accomplishments into the, not just only the next level, but something new comes out of those accomplishments. And I will give you an example, okay? Let's say that you are working for a business, okay? And you have done a very good in a project for that business, a project for a client that this business makes business with, okay? And that client is so impressed by your skills that offers you a job at them, okay? So while you sit on your accomplishments and you improve on them, still that brings you something very, very new. In terms of love, it will come through your kindness, where your kindness have been noticed by somebody and they just start playing around with you. And they're playing around, I don't mean it in a bad way. Playing around, it is like getting to know each other, being excited, being with a lack of premeditation, you know, with a lack of attachment as well. Very carefree, very spontaneous, and a lot can come out of it. But the thing is that in the next couple of weeks, the accomplishments that you do sit in are going to give birth to something amazing. I hope you kind of like, how can I say, you are up to it, okay? Because it doesn't look like that you can avoid it, but I hope you are up to it. You are fully open for it to come about. Right, so Joyce, your card is the Hangman, and it is accompanied by the Ace of Swords. It's pretty easy reading. First of all, we do have a passive neutrals, and it pretty much states that whatever plights or problems you are going through, they are going to be resolved on their own accord. Okay, there is an information or an aspect in those problems which you are not meant to know, and that's why probably you don't know why these things are happening to you, but they are gonna go away. And the thing is that things does not depend on you. I mean, the resolution does not depend on you. Okay, it depends on something or someone else, and that dependency is going to be sorted out in the next couple of weeks. And only thing you gotta do is just wait. Okay. Next couple of weeks for you, not Samantha, but Joyce, they are going to be simultaneously a test and a breakthrough, and it's going to be a test for you to have a patience, things to align, and a breakthrough, because when they align, they will simply going to resolve themselves on their own accord. All right, so next one, that is going to be Dylan, and your card, Dylan, that will be the World, which is catalyzed with the Judgment, those two. So we do have a passive neutrals for you, and the message for you is also pretty clear. The deal is sealed, okay? It is far beyond, how can I say, far beyond the alternation, the point of alternation. And as the deal is sealed for you, you are about to experience its finalization or its peak in the next couple of weeks. The deal is sealed in terms of either career or in terms of either relationship for you. However, once you do experience your peak, a culmination is going to take place, and then it will be time for you to think about a new perspectives. So you also are going to have a opening, okay? And obviously that's a great thing. For example, if you are negotiating with somebody about business, the deal is sealed, business is going to take place. If you are negotiating, or if that person tells you, okay, we're going to do business, you are going to do business. Or if somebody told you that they love you, all right? You can't change that, and so on and so forth. So whatever confirmation you had, that confirmation is going to carry on or carry out, or is going to be executed in the next couple of weeks, and from there a new perspective takes place. Right, so next one, that will be Tequila Brown, and for you, we do have the Nine of Swords, and it is, oh my god, catalyzed with the Two of Swords. So very strong combo, very strong elemental dignity for you, Tequila. First of all, what these two cards, they are active supporters. And what they speak of, it is that all of your fears, they are in vain. For example, if you are afraid that you are going to be left alone, that is in vain. Or if you are afraid that you're going to lose your job, in vain again. If you are afraid, for example, of, I don't know, boogeyman, in vain. The thing is that, it is that whatever decisions you will have to make, you don't have to make them. What I mean is that those decisions are going to become obvious on their own accord. So only thing you got to do is just wait the options to eliminate themselves. And I'll try to give you an example here. Let's say you are dating 3 people and you cannot make it up which one you want to go on for or go forward with, okay? Because the 3 of them kind of looks compatible. Well, you don't have to do anything. And with time, 2 of them are going to lose interest, 1 of them is going to stay, and that is your right choice. Okay, that is the obvious right choice. So with waiting, the right choice becomes obvious to you, and that is gonna bring you peace. That simply is going to bring you peace, and you will feel very good about it. So yeah, that's pretty much what that lunar cycle is going to be for you, Tequila. And last but not least, we have Ella Mella, and your card, Ella, it is the Two of Cups with the 7 of Pentacles. And that's the textbook, okay? Ella, if you are around, I would like to know, do you have a boyfriend? I will wait for a minute for you to tell me, because that reading differentiates if you have a boyfriend or if you don't have a boyfriend, okay? No. No, you don't. All right. Wow. Well, then a long-term friendship is about to transcend. Now, because they are all minor arcana, the deal is not sealed. Like, for example, with Dylan, okay? You get to choose, or you get to decide, are you going to give it a go or not? In fact, because we do have the Seven of Pentacles here, okay? These two, which are a passive friends, it speaks that you will approach the situation very suspiciously, but not because you're going to doubt what that transcension of friendship is going to bring to you, but you will doubt, does it hold a value for you? What I mean is that, does it worth losing a friendship over a relationship? And it's definitely a friendship, okay? Because we do have those two here, and that is a textbook of it. Friendship transcending into a relationship. So that is what the next couple of weeks hold for you, Ella. Take your time. My advice to you is truly take your time, but put that person to a test. What I mean is that the relationship under the energy of the Two of Cups can only happen when two people do their part. You traverse your own distance to the middle, and you allow them to traverse their distance to the middle as well. Only then a third thing, which is relationship, can take place. But it looks very, very promising. I hope the person that is falling for you here is not a coward and kind of like steps up with their true feelings straight away, instead of trying to play around and hoping that you will figure out who this one is going to be. But it's definitely a big chance out there in the next couple of weeks, Ella, to find love. Huge one. Aside from that, career-wise, you can expect a very benign and how can I say, harmonious environment to take place in your career as well. You will have no problems career-wise whatsoever. Tracy, thank you so much for your $4.99 support. Thank you so much. And your card, Tracy, that will be the King of Pentacles, which is catalyzed with the King of Swords. So we do have a passive enemies. And you gotta be very careful next couple of weeks, Tracy, because there is that, how can I say, there is that option for you to give a lot and to get not a dime in return. Oh, you're welcome, Ella. I really hope that, you know, the sun does shine on your street as well. But Tracy, you gotta be very careful here, okay? Because we have a, I don't know, in my country we call it leech, person who kind of like takes and never gives back. And so next couple of weeks it will be best if you are conservative, okay, in a sense of you don't give anything on a behalf of a good heart, because it's simply not going to be appreciated, at least according to my cards. Aside from that, Tracy, you may kind of like observe some kind of a phenomenon, and that phenomenon is going to be that friends of yours are simply coming to your aid. Now, while that is going to be a great thing, okay, that aid is not going to be unconditional, and at the very least you will have a favors to return afterwards. It will be best in the next couple of weeks to spend as much time as you can and as much endeavors as you can. That does depend only on you, and you do not rely on other people. And don't try to resolve as well sophisticated problems, because simply you don't have the means, or you will not gonna have the means to resolve them in the next couple of weeks. And one colleague of mine once said to me, his name was Uwe, telling me, don't stress yourself about things and problems you can't do anything about right now. stress yourself, worry yourself about them when you actually have the means to do something about them. So yeah, Tracy, try to spend your time in the next couple of weeks quietly. Do the bare minimum of what is asked from you to do, career-wise and as well relationship-wise. Conserve your strengths, conserve your resources as well, because there are going to be definitely better times and better places for you to cash in on your resources. All right, so with that being said, guys, this is going to conclude the live stream. Again, thank you so much for that you have stuck around with me all that time, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Thank you so much for your support as well through Super Chat. Thank you so much. And yeah, we're gonna see each other next time, which is gonna be in a few days. I don't have a date yet for the next live stream. Just give me a second to check on when that is. Actually, is on a 10th, which is the Venus in Scorpio. So maybe that is August. We need September. Maybe Wednesday next week, I don't know, or maybe Thursday, one of the 2 days is go, or maybe Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, there are going to be a live stream, but I don't know when exactly. Okay, but again, make sure if you don't want to know when that live stream is going to be, make sure you do subscribe for the channel, hit the notification bell so you do not allow YouTube algorithm to choose for you which video to watch. Make your choice yourself. And so yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for sticking around and supporting me, and we are going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.